we turn off the lower UnCage Your Voice?
Hi, I'm Heather Havenwood. In second grade, I failed a book report because I couldn't speak on stage. And a junior in college, I failed speech class.
I grew up as a Southern girl. I didn't understand money, and every time I got into financial worlds, I just kept hitting walls.
Don't ever let other people create your future.
I've worked with some amazing big-time speakers and experts. There's a formula. Uncaging that voice in the world.
It's time for you to uncage your voice.
Everyone, it's Heather Havenwood. I am super excited to be here today. My name is Heather Havenwood, and if you are seeing this anywhere in YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook, I just want to say welcome. And I'm going to be going over today a couple things about AI, going over about my next upcoming event called UnCage Your Voice, and many other things. So, Chastity, I don't know, can you hear the music? I still hear the music. Okay, you meant to do that. Okay. Chastity is here in the background helping me today. And I'm just super excited to be here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So if you don't know who I am, or if this is the first time that you've seen me talk, for the last couple of years, I've been kind of silent on social media. And there's a couple reasons for that. What I did for the last about 24 months, I've been deep diving into learning strategies on AI and how to actually use AI to monetize. So there's a lot of talk around AI and tools and tools and tools and tools, but kind of how I look at AI is like a shovel or a gun. Okay, you can take a shovel and you can hurt somebody, or you can take a shovel and you can help build a house, right? Same thing with a gun or a tool. You can use it to hurt somebody, or you can use it to maybe kill something to actually eat and feed your family. So AI, I feel like, is just like that, where it's actually a tool that you can use to build a business and life that you love. Now, if you don't know me, just give you a quick background. I've been actually doing internet marketing, online marketing for over 2 decades. Made my very first dollar online in 2001. And since we're speaking here in 2024, that is a long time. And one of the things that I've realized over that time is that tools change. Tools change, but human beings and why they buy and how they feel when they buy, or why they choose to move into a new direction, really hasn't changed, right? And that's one thing I always look at is like, how do you use a tool from a human psychology perspective, or how do you use a tool to actually help people in that customer journey process? So one of the things I'm going to be talking to you today is really about that, just the kind of more conceptualize of how to use actually AI to make money in your business. So if that's you, if you're an entrepreneur or a coach or consultant, or you have a product of some kind, then you're in the right place. Or if maybe you want to start a business and you just don't know how to do it, but you know you're ready, you know that now is your time, you know that now's the time, and you are ready to truly step into your voice and step into your power and truly create a business that you can do from anywhere in the world. So welcome. And so today's only going to be a couple of minutes where I just kind of dive into this. I do want to go ahead and just state right now from the beginning that I'm going to be having a 3-day event, upcoming 3-day event called UnCage Your Voice. You can go to uncageyourvoice.com. And in those 3 days, we're going to be going more in depth around AI and how to actually use it in your business today to leverage your time, leverage your money, but also be able to get your information out there and sell. So I'm super excited about that. So you can, Tessa, you can go ahead and drop the banner for now, and we can go ahead and drop that banner. That'd be great. Woo woo! Look at that cool banner. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to share with you, and what we're going to be one of the things I'm going to be sharing with you, and some things we're going to be deep diving into the 3-day event, is how to use the power of AI to sell. Okay, sell. Because tools and tricks are really great and they can build a lot of things. But at the end of the day, how do you actually sell your services? How do you package yourself and sell yourself? That is probably the hardest thing that I ever had to learn, because we are the package, right? Especially for a coach or consultant, or we are an agency owner. Yes, we have products and services, but at the end of the day, people do business with people. People don't really do business with robots. Now, that's kind of changing, where we actually are using robots to help us do services, but still, AI needs us, we the humans, to create and do business with. So there you go. All right. So one of the things that I'm going to be talking to you today about some really cool GPTs. Now, if you don't know what a GPT is, that's no problem. Let me take you back. I actually am one of those really kind of weird, geeky ones, and I use all kinds of different AI tools, which actually AI tool, they call it an LLM, believe it or not. And there's different LLMs. ChatGPT, you probably have heard of that, is just one LLM. There's many LLMs. Google has one. There's Grok. There's U.com and Claude. There's many other LLMs. But I'm going to be talking to you a lot about OpenAI, and because I love the fact that they're creating things called GPTs. GPTs are basically, instead of you learning how to be a prompt engineer, GPTs are something that you can actually create the AI to do a certain thing. Think of it like an AI employee. And we actually are already programming it for you, right? So it's almost like a formula. We're already going, GPTs are things that people have already created for you. And the GPT is basically like a trained robot. Okay. So we have created a really cool GPT that during the 3-day event, you will get access to. Now, I'm going to be teasing it today because I think it's just super cool and sexy. Now, let me take you back a little bit. Right now, GPTs are free. I do believe that OpenAI may be creating more of a marketplace where you can purchase them in the future. I've heard that many times. But right now, most of them are free. People have created these to help people in their businesses and all kinds of different things. But what we did is we took my knowledge and the entire 3-day event of UnCage Your Voice, and we created a GPT just for this event. So in a way, we took the 3-day event of all the knowledge and all the things and tips and tricks we want you to do to build that foundation of your business. And we create a tool for you. It's like, boom, here it is. I mean, you don't even have to come to the event. Just kidding. You have to come to the event to get the tool, and you have to come to the event to actually learn how to use the tool. However, we've created this like a secret sauce to be able to, here you go. Here's the foundation of your business, no matter what kind of business it is. It is literally the foundation, the phase 1 of your business kind of done for you using the power of this GPT. And we call that GPT the UnCage Your Voice AI, of course, right? Okay, so I'm going to be kind of previewing that today for you. And I'm super excited about that. All right, get started? Awesome. All right, here it is. It is called the UnCage Your Voice AI. Now, it is not searchable. You cannot find it. We actually is what they call a hidden GPT, and we did that on purpose for the advanced people out there that know how to get the GPT. We did this on purpose because we want you to come to the event to have that conversation so that we can train you on how to use the AI, right? So it's just, again, like a shovel or a gun. We have to learn and train ourselves in how to use the tool in a way that's going to serve us. That's really critical piece. So Chastity put this together. She is truly, I believe, one of the best and advanced prompt engineers out there. She doesn't see herself that way, but I see her that way because she's very, very good. And what she did is we went through each day of the last UnCage Your Voice event, and we basically took that, all those pieces, like all the pieces we told people to do, and we put it into one GPT. And we then used what they call a keyword tool. We're going to give you those keywords to unlock the GPT at the event. Kind of cool. I think it's kind of sexy. So here we go. Basically, in this GPT, we are going to be defining a couple of things. Do we have a slide on that? I can't remember, Chastity, if we have a slide on that. The 3 things right there. Okay, it's perfect. Let's stay here. So over the 3 days, go back real quick. Perfect. So over the 3 days of the live event, I'm going to be going into deep dive on how to create your authentic voice to attract your right fit client and to create your brand voice. Now, what's funny is before AI, which sounds so crazy, only like 3 years ago. Yeah, before AI, I would literally do trainings on teaching people how to create their brand voice and how to create their authentic voice. And I would teach all kinds of copywriting and sales tactics. I charged like $1,500 to create a bio because a bio is really your brand voice. So nowadays we've created GPTs to help you with this process. How cool is that? All right. So day 1 of the event, I'm going to go deep dive into uncaging your authentic voice and teaching you exactly what that means. And with that, in the GPT that we're going to be giving you, it's going to be helping you with that process. So why is your authentic voice so important? So this is how I look at it. I look at it a little differently than what I call a very mechanical marketer. I look at it from a perspective of frequency. I believe that our voices are a frequency, and I believe that we attract the people that come to our lives and our businesses are attracted to our frequency, attracted to not only our services and our products and services, but they're attracted to who we are as human beings. Because again, people do business with other human beings. They don't really do business with companies necessarily. They do business with people. Okay. So I go deep dive into this and really helping you define your mission and your passion and connecting that with your frequency and your brand. Kind of cool, right? All right. So the second day that we're going to be going into is really deep diving into your high ticket offer. What is a high ticket offer? A high ticket offer is basically packaging yourself in such a way that you are, how do I say this in a different way than what you probably hear before? It's a way to basically ask for high ticket services in a positive way. And the reason I say it that way is I can't tell you how many times I've asked people, what, how much your service is, and they'll say $150 an hour. Look, I've been paid $1,000 an hour because it wasn't about the hour; it was about the result. And that is one thing a lot of people get wrong as entrepreneurs is they look at their time as hourly versus time and results. So if I said to you, okay, I can actually teach you how to create a GPT that can do all your laundry and do all your dirty dishes, and I can basically teach you how to do that. It takes 1 hour, but they'll do this for the rest of your lives. Is that worth 1 hour, or is it worth a lot more money because of the result? You get my point. So into the side of high ticket offer, this is where I really teach people how to package themselves, which is something odd people don't know how to do, is package ourselves in such a way where we are result driven and we're selling results. We're not selling us. We're selling the results. Okay. So that's really a critical piece. And a lot of people get this wrong because they get scared or like, oh my God, that thing, it's so easy for me. It only took me 20 minutes. How can I actually charge them $1,000? There's a lot of things for me that become really easy after 20 years in internet marketing, but I promise you, it may only take me 20 minutes. However, that 20 minutes, it took me 20 years to get to that 20 minutes. Does that make sense? And so it's about the results of that. If I told you over multiple times, I've helped and been a part of multiple businesses that have made multi-million dollars, wouldn't you want to know that knowledge? But I can't just teach you that in 3 seconds. And how do I charge for 3 seconds? So when you package yourself in a particular way, in the right way, it is easier to actually sell that. Because what happens is most people, and this is just most people, they get like in this self-confidence, like, how can I charge that? Or I'm not worthy of that. And so in the 3-day event, I'm going to be kind of diving into that confidence issue and how to actually overcome that easy and fast. Yeah. Okay. So that is day 2. And then day 3, now I'm just going to remind you that this GPT that we created for you is going to do pretty much all of this for you. But remember, you have to truly believe in who you are and your business, and that you know that you want to make a profound difference in the world. And I think you know that, right? If you don't believe that now is the time more than ever to step into your power and step into your wealth, well, I'm here to tell you it is. It really is your time to step into your wealth, step into your power, step into who you know you're meant to be. All right, so day 3, I'm going to go into scaling. Now, I'm sure you've heard of these 3 things before, but this is kind of my secret sauce, if you will. And if you don't know me, I actually I have 3 major books out. I actually have some other books from back in the day. I used to teach men how to date women. Those are fun. Welcome to check those out on Amazon. But my big book was called Sexy Boss. And it was interesting when I wrote the book because I wrote the book in 90 days flat. But it was actually about me overcoming massive failure. Massive failure. One of my biggest mentors is Joe Sugarman. Now, he's no longer here on this planet. However, he's here in my heart. And Joe Sugarman was not only a very successful businessman and direct response copywriter, but he was very wise as an entrepreneur. And he said to me, Heather, yes, I'm a multimillionaire. I have this amazing business that I've created, but I can tell you probably 100 times I've failed, right? So he would talk about his failures. Every time that he would speak, his entire presentation was literally about all the times that he failed. And people loved it because they realized, like, through the quote unquote failure or through the trying of something and quote unquote not succeeding, it was through that he got to the success. Okay. And that's happened to me. As if you were here for my sizzle reel or the first video, when I was in second grade, I failed second grade spelling. Thank God I have computers now, so I don't have to spell. Um, but one of the reasons I failed second grade spelling was also because we'd do a book report and I couldn't speak, right? I couldn't speak at all. And in college, I failed speech class because I think I said ums and ims too much. So, oh well, who knows? And here we are, right? So I've been done 3 books, and Sexy Boss was really my biggest and best seller, became #1 on Amazon. And that's not something I paid for. It was 100% organic. I did not pay for that. I didn't like drive up the sales and beg my friends. It was literally 100% organic. And it was truly about my story from making $1 million in 12 months to being bankrupt and living in my car to overcoming all of that and truly moving into success. And I realized in writing that book, Joe Sugarman said to me one time, you have to write a book about your story, because it's through the writing of your book, through that process for myself, I got to actually lay out exactly how I went from bankruptcy to Sexy Boss, But I really went from millionaire to bankruptcy to truly owning my life and being what I call a sexy boss. Now, for me at the time, a sexy boss was, and I believe today, someone who is fully responsible for their life, who doesn't look at anyone else for their failure, can look at themselves, become aware, and truly move to the next level. And that's what I'm here today to talk to you about, because at this 3-day event, I'm going to be laying out the exact formula that I have created success over and over and over again for myself and for my clients. And it's been quite an incredible journey. And then my latest book is actually called UnCage Yourself. You can go check it out at uncageyourselfbook.com or go to Amazon, whichever one you like. But UnCage Yourself, believe it or not, was a COVID baby book. I call it a COVID baby book because right when COVID hit, I'm like, oh, great. Look at all this great time I have to now, write a book. And I thought, oh, I'll be done with this thing in like 60 days or 90 days. No, it took 3 years. I think I just published it in 2023. And what I did in this book was a little different, but I'm so glad I did. I actually laid out the exact formula, the UnCage formula, that I have used over and over and over again in my life, which was kind of this natural way of creating businesses, and took them from 0 to $1 million and 1.5 million sales, and then another one to $1 million, and then another one to 6 figures in 6 months, and another one. Like, I have this way of like launching businesses and creating them really fast. And I've done it over and over and over again, but I've never actually written down my formula. So the UnCage Yourself book is literally my formula with stories. And most of my stories in there are not this huge success stories. They're actually about things I've had to overcome, failures, or people in my life that didn't believe in me, and how and what I did to overcome them. Now, I'm saying this to you is because I believe in my heart that entrepreneurship is not a destination. It's a journey. It's a process of self-discovery. It's a process of self-awareness, because your business basically is as big as you are. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people who are young in their 20s that they make $1 million, and maybe they make $1 million a year. I did by the time I was 29. I made my first $1 million by the time I was 30. But guess what? I was bankrupt by the time I was 31 because I didn't have the wisdom, right, around taxes, contracts, awareness of business partners. So many things I've had to learn in this process of entrepreneurship. It's not just providing services. It's really about uncaging who you are in the world so that people can do business with you and you can expand beyond your wildest dreams. So that helps. So, okay. Sorry. Thanks, Chastity. Bringing back to the last slide, and I'll
wrap it up right there. And then we're going to go to the GPT. Okay. So the last slide of day 3 of the event, the UnCage Your Voice, is scale and monetize. So the sexy part, right? Everyone wants to scale and everyone wants to monetize because everyone has a dream of having a business that serves you and your purpose, but also brings in the income and the impact that you want. I totally get it because that's been my life. But at the same time, you have to really be aware of how you scale, the different business models there are, and how you actually monetize. Because if not, you'll just spin your wheels. Spin your wheels. How do I know this? Because I've done it. I've done so many different business models out there, and they may work for some, or some might work for others. But I can tell you right now, I truly believe that there is really one major business model that always and has always and will always work. And I call that the church model. No. Don't forget. But listen to me. Church is a model. It's a business model. Imagine if you talk to Joel Osteen. Now, if you don't know who Joel Osteen is, go look him up. Him and his church are the largest church in the United States, and that's by financial. Okay. They're around $250 million a year. They're in Houston, Texas. They're the largest Christian church in the country. I don't know of the world. I know they are North America. So $250 million a year. Can you imagine if you told Joel, okay, go ahead and create a church and then just do one sermon a year. One sermon a year. And you should build a thriving church. That's not how it works. Joel Osteen created a large church because not only did he do one sermon every single week at 52 weeks a year, he then took that content and he repurposed it over and over and over again, from Sirius XM to over 150 radio stations, right? To, of course, all the different social medias and beyond. And he created a message that he knew that his target market was being served by. Now, that really is the business model. That's it. Let's talk about Tony Robbins. I call the Tony Robbins Church. He's been creating the Unleash the Power Within 3-day event all over the world for the last 40 years. 40 years. Now, if I said to you, okay, I want you to create an event and I want you to do that event for 40 years, would you be ecstatic and be like, oh my God, I would get so bored? Not Tony. And honestly, I've been to the events. They're awesome. And you could go to 2 or 3 and they'd still be awesome. What he did is he created the church model. The church model, again, is creating an opportunity, an event where people can connect, collaborate, experience something. And that is where they get to know you and you connect with them. And that's where you can convert or monetize, right? Ask for money for your services. I truly feel it's the fastest and easiest way to create and build a business. Now, you can't do one event. You can't do one webinar. You can't do one sermon. You can't do one Unleash the Power Within and build a $150 million company or a $2 million company. You can't. You got to do it again and again and again. Not only do you get better at it, but it's also the power of connection, community, and collaboration. The one thing also I got to say that I believe this more than anything is that people today don't buy knowledge. They don't buy knowledge. They buy connection, community, and collaboration with other people. Because it's inside of that people feel, yeah, I want to be a part of this group. I want to be a part of this community. I want to feel supported and elevated along with other people. I want to be around people that are going through the same things I'm going through. They're learning the new skills that I want to learn. And they don't want to do it alone. They want to do it with community collaboration and connection. So in day 3, I actually go through the exact business model step by step on how you can create truly a very successful monetization business model using the power of AI, right? To leverage your time, energy, and effort. But how do you have that right business model to create monetization, right? So that you can actually create a business that you love. So that's on day 3. So now let's get right into the GPT. Who's with me? Excited? Okay. I see comments. Can I look, Chastity? I see you. Okay. Yay. Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, great. So let's go into the GPT. The name of the GPT is called UnCage Your Voice AI. And in this GPT, like I said, Chastity is a prompt engineer master, or what's it? The feminine word for master, masteress, a master. And the first thing we're going to do, I'm actually click on it. Am I on here? Oh, yes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go to it. I forgot that it's live. So this is actually the entire day 1, day 2, day 3. So I'm going to be deep diving into this, but basically the GPT is going to do a lot of the work for you. How cool is that? So I'm just going to click on this right now. And it's prompt. I told you, this is all Chastity. This is awesome. And this is where that you can start to basically interact with it. So what does it say? To clarify your message, let's explore what drives you and the values that shape your vision. It asks you the question, what's the purpose that fuels your work? Is it to inspire, educate, transform, or something else? How does your work impact others? What values guide your vision? So think about the principles like integrity, creativity, empowerment, and community. So let me just stop for a second on that one, on values. I know for myself, I'm a very creative person. And what really drives me is connection, community, and collaboration. I'm a big team player. I'm not very big on authority, top-down structure. So whenever I'm in communities, or I have been in the past, where it's kind of like you need to kiss the ring, or it's my way or the highway, or if you don't like this, get out, that kind of stuff. I don't really do well in those environments. Probably daddy issues, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But I just really don't enjoy those kinds of communities. I enjoy connection, collaboration, and empowerment, right? I enjoy that. So that's a high value for me and what I'm creating with UnCage Your Voice and the Elevate Mastermind that we do. So that would be my value that I would add, because that's my vision. What's yours? This is where you ask, what is your vision? What empowers you? What turns you on? What is something that you truly enjoy doing with other people? So right here, it just has some examples. My mission is to inspire people to reconnect with their authentic selves through storytelling. It's a great one. So then it asks you kind of question, would you like to dive deeper into how your mission aligns with your audience needs? Or if it helps, share a few words or phrases that best describes your work. And this is where you kind of add it in here. Now, I'm not going to do that right now just because I'm speaking and I don't want to catch the flow. But this is the kinds of things like during the 3-day event in UnCage Your Voice, we are going to be deep diving in. We're going to give you time for the exercise, and we're going to be helping you to connect with what is your business, what is your voice, and how you can truly create the life that you love. So I hope that helps. I've been going for about 33 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up here. So let's see. I'll just say, if you are someone right now that is an entrepreneur, either part-time or full-time, or if you're aspiring entrepreneur and that you know your time is now and you are ready to step into your true authentic self and truly say, you know what, I'm ready to make a bigger impact. Maybe it's to become a speaker. Maybe it's to become an AI consultant. Maybe it's to become someone who sells high ticket offers, or maybe you're a fitness trainer and that you know that you want to become bigger than who you are right now, than just one-on-one clients. You want more. Like, if that's you, then I highly encourage you to join us at the UnCage Your Voice live event. And you can go check it out at uncageyourvoice.com. Now, I have to say real quick why I named it UnCage Your Voice. People ask me that all the time, I think. And when I think about it, I always want to say, has your voice ever been stopped or stifled? Or have you ever been told to shut up, be quiet? no one wanted to hear from you. That might not be you, but that was me. That was me. I was told multiple times, shut up, be quiet. We didn't ask you to talk. We didn't ask your counseling. We didn't ask your advice. You're a woman. I got that. I'm definitely come from a very Baptist background, and I was told I only had one focus in life, was basically to get married and have babies. And that was it. Those are my choices. And I knew that I wanted more. I just wanted more. I wanted to be able to know that at the end of my life that I truly made an impact. And through the last 2 decades of learning everything there is about marketing, from direct response copy to building tech, to building AI, to building websites, to email marketing, and everything in between, it's kind of like 20 years have come to this moment for me that I know that my time is now and that I'm ready to help more people like you to go from wherever you're at, no matter what you're feeling, to truly the success that you want to have, to be able to have a business anywhere, anytime, in your own terms. Because truly, I believe that we're in a different time, right? We just went through in a major election, and we are on the other side of that. I think the whole world right now is stepping into a new energy, and they're saying yes to their lives, and they want more. They want more time with their family. They want more wealth for themselves. They want to help more people. And I think now's the time more than ever to step into that. And I hope that you choose me as your guide and coach in that process. So come join us at uncageyourvoice.com, and I will see you soon. Do we have music? I don't know. Oh, hey, Rodney. Oh, we have questions. Hey, Rodney, thanks for being here. You're adorable. Is this event beginner friendly for people who are new to AI and tech? Yes, absolutely. So this event is for beginner, medium, and even advanced. I promise you'll learn something as well. It's really for people that are like, okay, I know AI is out there. Maybe I have a GPT account, but how do I actually use all the different tools out there? What are the right tools to use to take me where I want to go? Like, for instance, which tool to use to help me with cutting up a bunch of videos for social media? Or what is the best tools to use or prompts to use to create email copy? Or what's the best prompts to use or tech to use to create social media copy or funnel copy? Or how do we use AI? There's all kinds of things. And this is the types of things we're going to be walking you through during the UnCageYourVoice.com event. Thanks for the question, Rodney. Okay, Rodney. Do we need special software or tools to participate in the event? Nope, you just need you. We're going to be doing it on Zoom. So you can be anywhere, anytime. You can even be on your mobile phone or wherever. So no, you will. I do suggest that you do get a paid account of ChatGPT. It's $20 a month. You could do it with a free account, but the paid account is really, really worth it. So I do recommend that you get that. But that is all you need. And yeah, that's it. Because at the event, I'm actually going to be talking to you about an amazing CRM marketing software that I use for myself and all my clients. It's called Boss Hub. It's an AI software, and I'm super excited to introduce you guys to it. It's actually everything I use, from funnels, email marketing, text communication with the clients, and everything in between. This is exactly the software. So I'm going to be talking to you about that software that is going to be available at the event. What kind of business? Okay, bespoke coffee trading. What kind of businesses can benefit the most from this? I'm glad you asked that question. And since it's a coffee trading company, I'm going to assume you have products, either a service like a coffee house and or maybe products, which is great. So I consider that e-com, right, with storefront, and you'd be perfect. So yes, if you're a coach or consultant or information marketer, it's for sure a really great event. But also if you are an e-com, right? Or you have a service-based business, it's perfect for you too, because you need AI more than ever. And I just got to tell you, I have a spa client and I tell her all the time, Jen, we've got to get your company up to date on AI, because I promise you the new competitors coming in are on AI, and we got to get your company out there faster and easier so we can get more bookings for you. We're putting in a booking bot for her, where basically it literally books the clients through text and web applications. It doesn't need a person. We're also putting in a voice bot for her, where yes, a human being could be there from 9 to 5, but off hours, it's a 24/7 voice bot that literally communicates to them just like a human and helps them book something. And we're also creating an AI web chat where it's 24/7 and it literally communicates with them like a person and helps them with directing them in the right location. These are things that any business, either storefront, e-com, coaching, consulting, service-based, they can all use it. So absolutely, you benefit from it. You've never done a virtual event before. Will this teach me how to start? Absolutely. So I believe that, especially if you're a coach or consultant or high ticket level coach or consultant, that virtual events are fastest, easiest way to truly grow your business. And so, yes, we're going to be teaching now at the event. We're going to be going the overview of the concepts of the virtual events, the best way to do it, right? We're going to be teaching you exactly what kind of tools to use, why do the virtual event, and a GPT to help you actually create the funnel for it. So yes, we're going to be teaching you that process. And will there be, Bespoke Coffee Trading asks, will there be Q&A personal guidance on the calls as we go? Yes. So the event is 3 days and it's only going to be about 2 hours a day. So we can't go into too much depth, but we will be giving you big picture overviews and answering your questions that we can, right? So yes, we're going to be we want you to ask us questions. We want to make sure that those are answers as much as possible, but we only have basically 2 hours a day together. So it can't be completely in depth. And at that event, I'm going to be giving you an opportunity to join us at the Elevate Mastermind, where we go way more in depth and we actually are going to be talking to you personally on what your biggest challenges are and how we can actually help you to go from where you're at to where you want to be faster. Great question, Chastney. And yes, what inspired me to combine AI and spirituality for this event? So you may have seen my ads out there or some of my social media, and that's definitely something that I'm really connecting to right now, is really connecting the spiritual and technology. Because I believe that up until now, it's really been segregated. It's been spirituality. If you're a spiritual person, you're anti-technology, or if you're a technology person, you're only linear and you're anti-spiritual. I believe that separation just doesn't exist anymore. And I believe that AI, okay, let me just go on this little tangent here, but AI in a way is what I call dead energy. It's dead energy. It's information. It's data, correct? It's an amazing data. It's amazing information, but it's the spiritual human being, right? AI needs the spiritual human being to be able to take that data and do something with it. You and I are creators. We are human and we are creators. I believe that human beings are creators. We create many, many things. We create our reality every single day with our energy, with our words, with our actions. But AI is a dead energy. So we have to add our own spiritual energy and frequency to the tools to make something happen. Another example of this, again, goes back to what I call the shovel and the gun. Those are just tools sitting there. They're not doing anything. They're just a tool, right? Now, we as a human being can do something with that tool for good, for bad, for evil, for amazing. We get to choose how we use that tool. And that's what AI is. And they're new tools. They're new tools to us as human beings. And they're fascinating tools. And they're amazing tools if you know how to use them in such a way to help you create the business that you love and to monetize your life so you have the most impact and income. Yes, this event will be recorded. However, we are not selling the recordings at this time. So you will need to show up live at the 3-day event during that time because we are not pushing out the replays. We may change that in the future, but right now, that's where it's at. Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Please join us at uncageyourvoice.com. And I'm super excited about that. Again, this event is free. In the future, we are going to be changing that. But right now, it's free. It's uncageyourvoice.com and it is upcoming in November next week. All right, guys. So nice to meet you and see you. And I'll see you on the other side. So if you're ready to go from hidden to being heard and actually getting paid for your value in the marketplace, I invite you to come join me in the upcoming 3-day virtual live event called UnCage Your Voice, to go from message to wealth creation. Your time is now and you are ready to join me in this upcoming 3-day event, UnCage Your Voice Live.